Hi friends, how you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. The iKatMax show is a show where I find things around the internet, I show them to you, share them with you, and let's get started.
The iKatMax show is filmed in front of a live Twitch audience.
This week, something odd happened, and I now have beef with the Try channel. See, I was merrily watching one of my favorite channels on YouTube, Irish people trying cool things. But then I had to learn from them that reindeer are real. I always thought that reindeer were imaginary little elk with like antlers. But I did know caribou was a thing. I just didn't know reindeer were a thing. And then this video,
you're eating your cousin.
they were not only telling me,
Is this allowed?
they were not only telling me that reindeer is a real thing. Oh no. No. They were eating the reindeer. And though this was a Christmas video, I only saw it this week, and so I thought that these cute little guys over there were just cute and imaginary, but then to my surprise, they're real. And
Caribou.
Or caribou.
We're being
The Try channel, they were eating them.
Paw situation. We're like, he's bringing in a reindeer. He's like, yeah, the carcass of said reindeer.
Yes, you heard that right. So, Try channel, we got beef. Now, that brings us to the creator of the week. As I was looking for a creator that would not only be entertaining but fun to watch, and scrolling through TikTok, I found a Gen Xer with an interesting question.
Question for Gen X. How did you guys used to block people and not talk to people when you didn't want to talk to them on old phones?
Yeah, her face is doing what my brain was doing when I saw this the first time. Like, I remember still having those old phones, and you could talk on them for a whole lot longer because it was a whole lot cheaper, and I'm a millennial. I'm not even Gen X. So I even still have a phone like that in the other room. So you want to tell me people don't know that you can just hang up? But okay.
Like this. What do you do?
So it's gonna ring. I'll demonstrate. Bitch!
I might have to censor that out.
Quit calling me back! And then they're gonna call back again, so we did this.
I would have done that first, right? Because I don't like talking on the phone so much. But you see, when I was still in high school, a telephone was that kind of telephone was the very first reason that I broke up with my very, very first boyfriend, because he would call me and we would really talk for hours, and I would also enjoy talking with him for hours. But then I got into trouble, and then I was mad, and I figured, that I don't like being in trouble so much. So I don't think this is gonna work. It's not you, it's me. But really it was me getting into trouble, so there's that. But the creator of the week is North Omaha Cat Lady. She's awesome. I love her hair. Go check her out. But then also, while I was just scrolling on TikTok looking for somebody to highlight as our creator of the week, I learned something, and I was in shock, and I have to share this. This is a video that is telling us Dior bags aren't really Dior bags. And Dior talk? Oh, it's a whole thing.
Wait a minute.
And this was started by Bethany Frankel. Now, she posted a video about the actual thing, which I'll get to what Dior talk is code for. And apparently, TikTok didn't want to boost or show her video to people. She was getting very little viewership on it. So instead of talking about those UFOs lighting up the American skies, she decided to talk of Dior bags. Yes, Dior bags are drones, but
Dior bag update. This one's kind of complicated, but I think you'll get it. So think about how we used to not have wireless.
And then this lady.
Stop asking what are the Dior bags. They are the drones.
Yeah, I was totally confused for a hot minute, and I'm like, Dior should really capitalize on this, because as far as I remember, we were all boycotting Dior for some reason. I can't keep up with all of the reasons we boycott companies, but I think this is a fair enough reason for Dior to make bags that look like UFOs and have like little aliens holding hands, you know? That could be something. Or they could look like, don't say the word, but Dior bag drones. You know? Could be. I was doing the thing where I was watching YouTube, as I do on a daily basis, because I might have a YouTube problem, you know? ACS is a channel that has been around for a very, very long time. They show videos basically of interrogation footage with commentary on the psychology and, you know, the story of what happened. One of my favorite ones, and the ones where I found JCS, was Jodi Arias, where they took her footage of her interrogation and discussed it. And then, of course, as you can see here on the screen, our not so much friend of the channel, Sarah Boone. However, recently they released a new video, which there was been a really, really long gap in their uploading schedule. If you look here, you'll see that they've only got 21 videos, but they've got 5.52 million. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Million subscribers. And so there was a gap for a long time in their uploads. And everybody was excited last year when they posted a video again. But then a couple of days ago, they upload a video, and not only does the video seem like the footage, or they changed the whole theming of the video, like their branding, all of that was different. Not only that, no, they also cloned the voice of the original voice actor, Kazumi, with AI. Not only did they do that, they then added a new AI voice in the same video. So Kazumi has given commentary on this and said that this is only temporary. It was done to save time. He was compensated because people were worried that his voice was cloned and he was not getting paid. He did say that he got paid and he should be back on their channel. But this brings to mind a whole lot more than just Kazumi not getting paid. I'm going to show you the part of that video because it has been removed. The backlash on that video was so bad that JCS had to remove it. So let's take a look at that small portion of the video, and you can even hear from the beginning of this video.
The detectives re-enter Josh's room 14 minutes later at 5:52 p.m. The other narrator will now be taking you through the second phase of his interrogation.
Okay, so that voice was as emotionless, as flat, and I couldn't even watch 5 minutes of that. But now listen to what happens. Listen to what happens.
Putting everything else aside, just imagine being Josh right now.
What? Who? Why? I would play it again. Let's listen to it again and analyze it again.
The detectives re-enter Josh's room for...
Okay, so there's no pacing. There's no normal sound of that human voice. It is just, you know, really, really bad. AI voice. But now listen.
15 minutes later at 5:52
when
p.m.
it changes.
The other narrator will now be taking you through the second phase of his interrogation.
Another thing before we go over, this is something that they added, and people have said that this is not JCS. This is not the way they made the video. They added humor to it. They added funny little things like he's sleeping. So let's add that. So that tells me they've either got a new editor or they just used straight up AI to create the video with. That is possible, folks. That is possible.
The
Okay.
detectives re-enter Josh's room 14 minutes later at 5:52 p.m. The other narrator will now be taking you through the second phase of his...
Why do we need another narrator? Why? There's no good reason for us to need another narrator.
The detectives re-enter Josh's room.
Let's listen to
14
that voice
minutes
one more
later at
time. One more
5:52
time.
p.m. The other narrator will now be taking you through the second phase of his interrogation.
Better?
Putting everything else aside, just imagine being Josh right now.
Why? That's all I've got to say, JCS, is why. You are a legend of a channel, a behemoth of a genre that we as a true crime community love. But as a whole YouTube community and as humanity, this is troublesome. Because if our voice actors' voices can be taken and cloned, what does that say for any of us? The more AI learns, the better it's going to get at adding emotion to the voice, the better tonation is going to get. And to bring home the point of how easy it is now to clone your voice with AI, the very application that I use to edit my videos with has got this option. And all it needs is a couple of seconds of my voice. Now, you have to give permission, but that doesn't stop somebody else from taking a video, playing it, and recording my voice onto that very same app. This has recently happened with a creator called Let's Read. I love his videos. He reads these scary stories. Brilliant. And he built up his channel. I remember I started following when he was just over 100,000 subscribers. He's over 1 million subscribers today. He worked so hard to get where he is, only for somebody to use his voice without his permission to create a channel. And like, people thought it was his channel, but of course there's the problem with intonation, and he's got the butter voice. Like, go and look him up. Let's Read. He's great. He even has a cult named after him, the Butter Cult, because his voice is like butter. Anyway, so point being is, creators are affected by this every single day or every single time that we upload a video. We stand the risk of having our voices cloned. And that impacts not only the quality of our content and therefore our brands, but also it impacts each and every one of us, because on this earth, your voice could be cloned, and bad actors only need 3 seconds of your voice or of a family member's voice. Now, a couple of months ago, I did a video on the scam where AI is used to clone a family member's voice. You get a phone call, and then it sounds like your family member, and it shows their number on your phone, and somebody says and sounds just like your family member, "I've been kidnapped, please give them money." And then somebody else takes the phone and they talk, and your family member sounds distressed, afraid. And then when you hang up the phone and you dial them again, they're perfectly fine. People have been scammed out of thousands of dollars with that scam. But what happens if we use our voice to safeguard our accounts? Like one of the medical aids or medical schemes in South Africa at one stage had voice protection on. If somebody were to clone your voice and they played it, that medical aid now has a bank attached to it. So the scamming potential of this is extreme. And we need to be careful. Whenever an app tells you that it is possible to clone your voice, decline it. If you find a channel on YouTube that says, or that sounds like an AI voice, but it doesn't say that it's an AI voice, because there is a tick that you have to turn on to say that some content in this video was generated with AI, then report that channel. The more we report them, the more Google knows how to help us. But report it. If you're a YouTuber and this has happened to you, report that channel. Ask people to report it on your behalf. Now, for a little bit more of a fun part to the video, the Reddit spotlight. Am I the a-hole? And this week's one is a little bit long, but it is quite fun. Am I the a-hole for refusing to let my sister use my wedding as a gender reveal party? Just on the text first, no, not at all. Not even one little bit. Are you the a-hole? So my vote just on the title alone, no, a wedding is not a place for a gender reveal party for someone else. No matter if you're a family member or not, it's your wedding, you paid for it. But let's read the story. Hey Reddit, so here's the deal. I, 29, female, am getting married in about 2 months to my wonderful fiance, 31, male. We've been planning this wedding for over a year, and honestly, it's been a bit of a circus. But we're finally getting everything together. Enter my sister, 26, female, who's pregnant with her first child. Super excited for her and all. Yay, babies. You know, the first thing that came into my mind when I was reading that was like, maybe she's got that, they call it pregnancy brain, where your brain gets all scrambled and you do things that you wouldn't normally do, because your sister's wedding is about your sister. All the attention is going to be on your sister. Everybody's going to be annoyed because you took over the party. But hey, okay, let's read on. Now, my sister is one of those Pinterest-loving gender reveal party enthusiasts. She's been planning this big reveal since she found out she was pregnant. And I swear her Pinterest boards are terrifying. A mix of pink and blue confetti, cake explosions, and at one point, a questionable plan involving colored smoke bombs. Is it exploding cakes are dangerous enough? Now, smoke bombs? No. But let's read on. Let's read on. Last week we were having a family dinner when she casually drops the bomb, pun intended, that she'd love to do her gender reveal at my wedding reception. You know, when everybody's already gathered, spirits are high, and all that jazz. She even had a plan ready. Halfway through the reception, she'd cut the cake, and boom. It's either pink or blue inside. She seemed genuinely excited, but I was a bit taken aback. I would be too. That's my opinion! Because my first question here is this the wedding cake that she wants to be changed to blue or pink inside? So the cake that you paid for your wedding, OP? Or does she want extra cake? Like she's paying for her own cake? Because, yeah... Who would want to eat 2 types of cake at a wedding? Well, okay. I might like 2 kinds of cake. Granted, it has to be gluten-free. But also, why do you want to steal the thunder of the bride? And also, think about it from the other side, right? You're doing this at your sister's wedding. It's your sister's wedding. The thunder is on her, but you want the attention on you. All of it because it's your babies. or your baby. Could be babies. I told her I'd think about it, but honestly, I wasn't thrilled. I mean, it's my wedding day, right? I want it to be about me and my fiance, not about a baby we didn't make. So after mulling it over and talking with my fiance, who was also not keen on the idea, I politely told her that I didn't want to include the gender reveal in our wedding festivities. I suggested she have her own party on another day, and I'd be happy to help, to plan it or bake the cake or whatever she needed. Well, my sister wasn't too happy about my decision. I'm sure about that. I was kind of expecting that because otherwise you wouldn't be asking us. She said I was being selfish and that it would be a special family moment. My parents are kind of on the fence, but my mom did say something about how it would be a cute memory. Meanwhile, my dad just keeps nodding and staying out of it, which is basically his strategy for everything. I kind of, if I was not involved and I was a parent in this situation, which luckily I'm not, I would stay out of it because it gets messy. It's gonna get messy. So now I'm here second guessing myself. Was I being too selfish? I mean, weddings are about the family too, right? But also, I kind of want this day to be about my fiance and me, without a side of gender reveal. So, am I the a-hole for putting my foot down on this one? Would love to hear your thoughts. Well, Opie, I love to give you my thoughts. Again, I don't think you're the a-hole. I think this is your day. You're spending money on it. It's a celebration of your relationship with your fiance. And yes, the day is about family, but family coming together to celebrate your union, to celebrate the life that you are starting together, and celebrating that this is a new beginning for you. And though, yes, your sister is your sister, and you're happy, and we're all happy for her. I mean, it's amazing. She is bringing life into this world, and that should always be celebrated, but not at your wedding and not a gender reveal. Which, side note, what do you guys think of gender reveal parties? I don't know. I'm on the fence about this one. As long as nobody gets hurt, it's fine. But also, what if your child is trans? What if your child is non-binary and they have to look back in these photos? How would they feel? So there's that part of my brain, but then also I don't know. That might be controversial, but I'm not too sure. I don't like it. I wouldn't do it myself, but I don't judge others for doing it if it's what they want to do, but not at your sister's wedding. So let's look at the comments, right? Not the a-hole, your wedding, your rules. She can have her own special day for the reveal. Came here to say this also. They are made up reason for parents to get unnecessary attention. So that's talking about gender reveal parties. They should never happen at somebody else's wedding. But the comment that had me in stitches is, overall, everybody said not the a-hole, but this comment, I giggled for a long bit too long. Maybe even consider getting the band to make an announcement. Now, the names they use here are fake. By the way, Jill and Doug are expecting, and they're having a girl. There's a 50% chance they'll be right, but either way, it'll take all the air out of their little scheme. Yes, it will. Revenge is sweet. So, to sum it up, am I the a-hole for refusing to let my sister use my wedding as a gender reveal party? No, OP. And so, that brings us to the end of our show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. It was fun as always. The editing on this one is going to be interesting, but hey, thank you for joining, and Katie, play us out. Something you don't think about. What
future together. You and me as forever. I'd do anything, I'd do anything, anything for you. I'd do anything, I'd do anything, everything for you. I remember days when you were gone. My heart was torn apart by you. And now you're back again, and I want you to know I'd do anything and everything for you. I'd do anything, I'd do anything, anything for you. I'd do anything, I'd do anything, anything for you. I do it all for